Twin Flames, a journey of true love, spiritual awakening, confusion, darkness, total collapse. How do I know this? Because I lived through it, or should I say I survived. Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a twin flame coach, psychic, author, and I run the Twin Flame support group. I have written 2 books about twin flames, Twin Flames and the Love Story Within, and Twin Flame Transcendence, available on Amazon. So what happened to me? Well, I met my twin flame, my life fell apart, and then I put it back together again. So I'm here to help you do the same. Or maybe you've come to this video because you think you've met your twin flame and you're excited. Well, I wouldn't wish this journey on anyone, but I don't regret a single minute of it either. So I'm here to tell you about what a twin flame is, what are the signs, and the stages of the twin flame journey. So let's get started. I want to give you a realistic viewpoint from somebody who has been on the twin flame journey. So, what is a twin flame? Let's talk about that first. A twin flame is your partner in spirit. So, twin flames share a life mission. Some people say they share the same soul. I don't necessarily believe that. I'm open to it, but I think that's not what's most important. What's most important is what you on your journey are learning from this experience. And you are always together with your twin flame on the astral plane. You share this path together. Twin flames are destined to meet. There are no accidents in the universe. You start to realize this more after you've met your twin flame because everything starts to have meaning. And twin flames are mirrors. So your twin flame gives you the lessons that you need to learn in this lifetime. They trigger you. Sometimes they mirror back the opposite trait that you have in your personality. You fit together like puzzle pieces. You're perfect for each other. This is a spiritual journey. It's your path to your self-discovery and your spiritual awakening. This is part of you understanding yourself because your twin flame mirrors back all the qualities about you that haven't been working. The twin flame journey sounds crazy to anybody who has never met theirs. So you may find yourself feeling very alone on this path. Now we're going to talk about 8 signs that you've met your twin flame. Sign number 1, there's intensity and obsession. When you meet your twin flame, you feel a magnetic kind of connection to them that you can't explain. And it's overwhelming. This burning desire and this pull towards this person makes you feel like they are irresistible. You know when they're in the room. And you find yourself, no matter what stage of life you're in, obsessing over this person. And most people start to feel guilty about that obsession, but don't. This is normal. It's part of the twin flame journey. Why wouldn't you be obsessed with somebody who is completely changing your life and making you realize who you really are? Sign number 2, there are synchronicities and coincidences happening, proving that there is more to this reality than meets the eye. What do I mean by that? Well, when you meet your twin flame, seemingly unrelated events begin to happen. For instance, certain animals, insects, birds, reptiles may start to cross your path, and their symbolism may show up for you everywhere. There may be strange animal behavior, or you may see repeated numbers such as 222, 1111, everywhere you go. Some people see the craziest of things like double rainbows in the city of LA or UFOs. There are all kinds of interesting events that begin to happen when you meet your twin flame because ultimately this is a spiritual awakening and the universe is trying to get your attention. Sign number 3, they are you. It feels like you are them. You're the same person. People may notice that you are very similar, and you just feel like when you talk to them, you're talking in a way to yourself. When you look into their eyes, it feels like it's you looking back. It can be a little freaky at times, but anything that happens to them, you have the strongest kind of empathy for them because it feels like what's happening to them is happening to you because you are them. Sign number 4 that you've met your twin flame. There's pain and confusion. When you meet this person, a lot of the experience is wonderful as you start to awaken to miracles that are all around you and your life begins to change. You're catalyzing your existence. However, along with the twin flame love comes an extreme sense of confusion and pain, and often a dark night of the soul. That's because whatever position you're at in life, whatever's happening to you, you may not feel like you're living your most authentic path, and you may feel like you need to change it urgently, or this person is so perfect for you, and you finally feel like you've come home, but some kind of barrier is preventing you from being with them that seems like it just can't be changed. And of course, if they're not speaking to you, that causes an incredible amount of pain and confusion. Sign number 5 that you met your twin flame. The journey doesn't make sense. Suddenly, logic does not apply to anything going on with you. It can drive you crazy, literally. You could be a brain surgeon, a lawyer, a high level executive. I've had clients from all of these positions, and it will turn your world upside down. You will feel like you're living in 2 realities at once that cannot be reconciled. Paradoxes abound. There is just no way to explain what is going on. And if you have come from a very logical, scientific background, this journey is going to drive you absolutely nuts. But have faith. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I'm here for, to help you get there. Sign number 6. There's past life familiarity. This person feels like you know them. You've met them before, but you know you've never met them in this lifetime. Suddenly you become aware there has to be more to your existence, more dimensions, more of a past. You've probably lived thousands of lifetimes with this person, at least it feels that way. And you may even begin to remember some of these existences. They shed light on what is going on now, why this has to play out the way it does. But it's also extremely comforting to know that this person has somehow been here along with you on this soul journey, lifetime to lifetime, the whole way through. And they're always going to be there. Sign number 7 that you've met your twin flame. It's a spiritual awakening. So, alongside the meeting of this person, there is another experience playing out for you. And this is the real gift. When you awaken to the truth about reality and who you've always been, it can be very painful as you go through this transformation that this person has set into motion. But when you have gotten through the dark night of the soul, the cocoon that you've been in during this time, you emerge as a beautiful butterfly. and you will find a more authentic, more fulfilling life on the other side. So, spiritual awakenings are not supposed to be easy, but you may already find yourself going through one and there's no stopping it. So, you're going to be good. You're going to be fine. You're going to be better than you've ever been before, but you have to make it through this period. Sign number 8, the last one. This is not necessarily a romantic journey. Your twin flame may feel like the most perfect romantic partner for you, but for some people, it doesn't show up that way. The essential part of this experience is not the romantic love, it's unconditional, divine love. And when you have met your twin flame, you realize what real love means. Most people never get to experience that in their lifetime. This is the ultimate gift from the universe. And you now know what unconditional love actually means. You can spread it to many others. So, the sign that to me is paramount on this journey is this awakening to love. Now we're going to talk about the stages of the twin flame journey. I think the first stage is this kind of premonition that you get, this feeling like there's someone else out there in this world who gets you at a very deep level, that you're not alone. And sometimes you may have a dream about this person before they show up. I dreamt of my twin flame about 1 year before meeting him. So this was the universe's way of telling me what was to come so that I could recognize it as significant in case I missed that when it started. The second stage is when you meet in this lifetime. Some people call that a reunion because you've met in other lifetimes. But in this lifetime, the meeting is intense. It feels like a reawakening of yourself, and coincidences begin, and we should call them synchronicities. The universe starts to send you those signs that I mentioned earlier in this video. You start to see repeated numbers. You start to hear the same songs everywhere, or every song that comes on seems to be speaking to you. You see their name everywhere. Uh, all kinds of things can happen. For me, it was seeing fire trucks everywhere I went and hearing fire alarms. Meeting your twin flame usually starts alongside a decision you make to change your lifestyle or to change something about the way you've been living. Maybe you've just also had a spiritual awakening and you've signaled to the universe that you're ready. You've unlocked a door, a portal, and so all of this twin flame stuff begins. The next stage is separation. This is the period that most people talk about because anybody searching the internet frantically for answers about twin flames is probably in this stage, and it can last a long time. It's extremely painful. It's full of confusion. You may lose faith in the universe at this time. You may go through a dark night of the soul. You may hit rock bottom. But all of this is for your highest good. This is meant to play out this way. If you're going through this right now, keep faith. This is all for a purpose. There is a way out. And the separation period, I think, is the most important time on the twin flame journey because it's when you truly meet yourself. You learn to surrender, you learn to love yourself. There is nothing more important than this journey when the universe takes away the thing you think can make you ultimately happy, so that you have to learn that nothing outside you can make you happy. Only you are in control of your happiness. So it forces you to look within, to do some soul searching, and to learn about different spiritual methods to escape the suffering of human existence. The next stage is union, and that's when you come back together with your twin flame. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to be in a state of union, right? And if you are waiting for this to happen, then it's possible. It can happen. But I have to tell you, it is not the point of the twin flame journey. And I'm going to talk about what the point is at the end of this video. But you are possibly not meant to be together in every lifetime. So if you've made it to the stage of union, you're very lucky. But luck, of course, has nothing to do with it. You've done a lot of work in many lifetimes to get to this point, and this is your time to finally work together with your twin flame on a mission to somehow elevate humanity. But nothing is perfect. When you're in union, you may still be triggered. You may still be meeting yourself, understanding what true love really means, and trying to reconcile the human mess that we see here on earth with this higher feeling of love and spiritual connectedness with this person. Because while you may be spiritually perfect for each other, as humans, there may be so many problems that it may seem hopeless, even in union, to make things work out in this lifetime. The next stage is death. Why am I including this stage? Most experts on the internet are not going to talk about the stage of death, but everybody dies. We know this. And your twin flame may die while you're still alive. Unfortunately, I've found that many twin flames die way before their time, and it's tragic. But everything happens for a reason. There's a lesson to be learned. There is something great behind every horrible experience because it teaches you resilience and it forces you to be happy no matter what's going on in the world around you. My twin flame died, and when that happened, I entered the darkest period of my life. I didn't think I was going to make it. If your twin flame has died, I am very sorry for your loss. But life is not over, and the twin flame journey is definitely not over. It has only just begun in a way, because you get to experience a different kind of relationship with this person when they're no longer in their human form. This is when you really discover that there is so much more to existence than what we see in our bodies, in the five senses. And whether your twin flame is alive or dead, you have the ability to communicate with them telepathically. They don't have to be in the same room as you. When they die, this becomes very clear. But some people learn to communicate spiritually, telepathically with their twin flames before this happens. In any case, I am an expert in twin flame death. I didn't ask to be an expert on this, but I have come to this point to help many other people because of what I've been through. And if you've been through twin flame death, it has also happened to you for some kind of purpose. We are not meant to be here on earth just to consume and to live shallow lives and then die. We are here to help other human beings. I'm sure you already know this because if you've met your twin flame, one of the awakenings is to the knowledge that we are all one, we're all connected. But if your twin flame has died, you really see a higher perspective of existence and that this lifetime is not everything. When we die, it's not the end. So you can use this knowledge to help so many people. I hope you do. The last stage of the twin flame journey that I'm going to tell you about is taking a step closer to enlightenment. This means that you have learned what true love is because love is all around us. It is found in every single thing, living or inanimate, on this planet. And if you can learn to love the sky and love the trees and the rocks just as much as you love your twin flame, then you have really learned the lesson that the universe wants you to learn from this journey. It sounds weird to love things that are not your twin flame as much as you love them, but if you have reached this stage, you have surrendered to the path, you have begun to love yourself to the point that you know that you are a projection, a point of consciousness in a great mind. We are all part of a quantum field. And so loving yourself is actually loving the universe and vice versa. As you progress on this path and you let go of the idea that you need to be with your twin flame to be happy, that you can be happy just because you're happy, and you can love just because you have love in your heart, then you have found your way on the road to a higher consciousness and a higher kind of love. This is the ultimate goal of human existence. What's the point of it all? Many of my clients ask, why has this happened to me? What is the purpose of the twin flame journey? Of course, the answer to that can differ from person to person, but overall, the answer for all of us is that it is an awakening. It is the portal to an understanding that we are all here for a purpose, moving together as a collective. And if you can see in one other human being yourself and have such a deep connection with somebody who is standing in front of you, then this is the beginning of you seeing yourself in everything and everyone around you. If you can recognize a mirror of yourself in someone else, then you will start to recognize that you are mirrored in everything and that the world you perceive around you with your five senses is actually an extension of what's within you, and that we are all connected. We're all moving together, and there is a greater purpose to the universe. But it's very hard for the ego to let go of the small endeavors, the things that you've been hanging on to, the material wealth you've accumulated that makes you feel secure, your status, and relationships. Hanging on to the idea that if somebody loves you and is in a relationship with you, that you are a good person, you're fulfilled, you've succeeded. So the universe is going to use this twin flame experience to challenge that notion and to make you change your ideas about that. Because as you learn to love your twin flame, the real prize is that you've learned to love yourself. That unconditional love means you can let them go. They don't have to be with you, and you can still love them the same and wish them the best. True non attachment. That's the purpose of this journey. And that can be an incredibly painful experience because as the universe teaches us non attachment, it must take things away from us to teach us that we never needed them. Wow, we've come to the end of this video. If I have provided you with any kind of healing or answers that you've been seeking, then I am glad. If you're seeking more answers on this journey, you can work with me. I'm a twin flame coach, psychic, and I've written 2 books, Twin Flames and the Love Story Within and Twin Flame Transcendence. You can find them on Amazon. You can visit my website, wellnessoneness.com, to set up a coaching session or a tarot reading with me. I also do psychic readings without cards. So Let me know how I can help you. I also run the Twin Flame support group, so you can read about that on my website as well. We'd love to have you. I wish you luck on your journey.